Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. One more time. I just posted a video on YouTube and Facebook for you, and on my way back home, the Spirit hit me with something else. I'm going to try to reduce this to a minute. Coming to you live from station WEBM. Wonderful Eddie B. Marcus, operating smack in the top of the sky where the Spirit is, right to wherever you are. I hope it serves your purpose well. I want to share with you what capitalism is in the easiest form, the clearest form that the average Joe Blow can understand. Try this example. There was once a man who won the lottery. So he got that money and he was thinking about what could he do with it to make some of his friends, he had a lot of friends, feel good without just going giving them money. So there was to be a class reunion. So he hired a videographer to go to the class reunion and film it. Everything that took place, he wanted to film it. And for everyone that was a member of that class reunion, give them a copy. This was to be memorabilia, something that they will always have that they can put in the machine and watch themselves, listen to themselves, and remember what it was like. So the videographer takes the payment, go and spend all the money that he needs on the material, and he goes to the class reunion and he videotapes the entire class reunion, everything. And then he tells the members of the class reunion that he has done this and this video is made available to them. It normally costs $50 for the service, but because they were special and he felt in a good mood, he let them have it for $20. So everybody wanted somehow to remember this class reunion, and I don't know if everyone did, but most of the people came up with $20 and bought a copy. And so when the guy who had paid him to do this found out about it, he went and asked the videographer, why did he charge them? And he said, well, because this is capitalism. Whatever the markets will bear, that's what you do. So they would pay, we gave him a discount. If they wanted to pay $20 for it, he allowed them to do it. And so to him, that was an expression of capitalism. And when I thought about that, I thought about life in general. I thought about how God made all things, prepared for all things that it might work in harmony. God was better than this man who won the lottery. He owned the lottery. The earth and all the things that in it is, and you and I and wants and needs, gave us essentials for survival, prepared in the earth, prepared each of us to participate, to give us worth in living, and that we would exercise our gifts that gives us our greatest joy and participate in the creative process of food, clothing, shelter, education, transportation, airplanes, trains, and everything. And all we had to do was honor that basic principle of doing unto others as we'd have others to do unto us. And so when we needed food, and those who were set aside to prepare food by God prepared the food and was ready to give it to us, there was a spirit saying, no, don't do that, sell it. And so some people could eat and some couldn't. Shelter and clothing, he gave some individuals the ability to take care of that, to produce, manufacture that for all of the people. But when this was done, some spirits said, no, don't do that, sell it to them. Well, then it came down to education. People needed some education to be even better at what they were already given joy in producing and doing. And so when they got ready to educate people who wanted this education, the spirit said, no, don't do that, don't do that. Sell it to them. And when they got ready to give people health care, and so people could be healthy, and they got ready to serve the people, that was a spirit saying, "Ah, nah, 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 don't do that. Sell it to them." Now all of these people out here, with all these needs, food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, and they couldn't have it because they said sell it to them, and they didn't have any money. And so the spirit that said sell it to them, came up with a scheme. The careers that God had put in you, they found out what those essentials were, had to do with food, clothing, shelter, and education, and they went and took control of the elements that would be used for those purposes and claimed it as their own. And then they came up with the catch thing called money that they fish you with. Well, now, if you want all of these things you just got through offering to the people, and I told you to sell it to them, they didn't have the money. Now they can get the money by doing what I want them to do. And what is that? Making food, clothing, shelter, and education. But we, the powers that be, don't really need the money. They want control. They want power. So they use money to think the only way you can do what God has given you to do is to have money. And the only way you can have money is to allow them to control you. That's what capitalism is about, ladies and gentlemen. That's capitalism in its purest and most honest form. So what you going to do about it now that you know? Thank you.